I love being back in Switzerland for so many reasons. Obviously, this is an amazing event, and obviously being born here, getting to come back to the home country, have so much nostalgia and like childhood things come up, and then have like the most family I ever get to have at tournaments come watch me play. Everyone always makes jokes that I'm like from all over the world and this like international spy, but having moments like this makes me feel like I do have a home somewhere where I have family and I have roots and culture. I love all of my cultures, but I get to play here and make it a little bit extra special, use it to my advantage, a little more playing here, you know? No, it never gets old. I've gotten one bell and I am looking for like a gold cowbell. So until I get a bunch of those, I don't think it'll ever get old. Well, the Swiss version is like, we love cowbells because we love cows, and you need to have them on your cows when you bring them up the mountain, and you can look for them. But the actual like beautiful tradition they have here in Gstaad is to have like the most ornate, beautifully made cowbells that have like your place engraved on it. And I think it's a very big privilege to have earned one of those and to have one of those for the rest of your life. It's kind of like having an Olympic medal or something that just stays with you and represents so much. I think the cowbell is what everyone wants. And if they say otherwise, they're lying. No. Everyone knows how beautiful this game is, and here it actually actualizes and manifests in the way that we all want. So you want a piece of that. I think between the cowbell and the music events that happen every year and the location and, you know, the crowds that come from all over Europe and the world, it's always special, definitely. I think the first time was more emotional for me because I hadn't been back to Switzerland in so long. And so for the sport of beach volleyball to bring me back to my family was really, really cool to have a full circle moment like that. So I was so caught up in just being back here. And I was still just learning, you know, getting my groove in the game. Was I in the qualifier? I don't think so. But either way, I know it was a struggle. And then, you know, coming back with more focus on just playing the game and winning, and then having just kind of it be a normal routine for me to see my family and, you know, have support. And we just all know we can meet up here every year. And the goal is now always, always, always to win it.
Oh, I mean, it truly takes your breath away. So everywhere you look, I told Lexy, it feels like an exhale. So I found myself the whole week just like looking at a view and just, it's so beautiful. The air is fresher, the food is fresh, the cheese is amazing, the bread, the fruit, all of the things, and just like it attracts such a unique group that loves beach volleyball and is just like an incredible environment to play in and truly an iconic place to compete in as well. I think we're just trying to get experience. We're both playing a new position. This is a new partnership. This is Lexy's first year on tour, so we're trying to expose ourselves by playing as many tournaments as we can and see the areas we need to grow and improve on. And then the goal for this tournament, as always, is to win a cowbell. I think this has one of the most iconic trophies on tour, and so it would be a dream to win a cowbell. But yeah, just super thankful to be here, super thankful to compete against the best in the world, and hopefully we can make a run. Qualifiers are brutal. I wish they didn't exist in our sport, but they do, and I'm thankful for that opportunity. But you know that it comes down to one game, and if the other team outperforms you, you don't have a hotel room for that night. So you're flying across the world, you're banking on yourself to win one game to get into one of the top tournaments in the world. So we knew that it was going to be a cutthroat match regardless of who you play because the stakes are so high, and especially in Switzerland and Gstaad, it's a little bit pricier of a tournament to come to, and so we were just so thankful to qualify yesterday. And we joke as a qualifier, it feels like almost a mini tournament win. But it's just the beginning, knowing that the tournament is to come, and we've savored that moment for an hour or so, and they're like, on to the next. I mean, I think the mindset is always, we're here, we want to win the whole thing, but knowing that a loss in the main draw definitely feels a little bit better than a loss in the qualifier, but still, whatever way you spin it, everybody hates to lose, so no loss ever feels good. Yes, we're playing against Finland.
Have you played them before?
We played them in the qualifier in the Mexico Elite, and we lost in 3. So it's going to be a battle. They're a great team. They've had a lot of good finishes. But yeah, we're excited for a rematch, and hopefully, yeah, we'll see. We'll try our best to win.
Way to find it, huh, Jules? Way to find it. Great third set.
Thank you.
Way to find it, huh? Hey, it's not always there, but you found it.
Oh, yeah.
It was out there somewhere. You were
Yeah.
looking, you were looking, and then all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you became who you were, right? You became who you were, right? You're like, oh, wait a second. You're like, oh, wait a second. I'm one of the best hitters in the world. Why am I shooting the ball? Oh, yeah, that's right. Bang, bang, kill, 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 and then it was over.
Yeah.
Right?
Great job, Lexy.
Great job, you guys. Defense, helping each other, holding each other up, tough serving. Great job.
Oh, I'm so happy. Great job.
I'm happy.
Oh,
That was gnarly.
I was so I'm so happy we won.
Let's go.
But my bad.
No, not your bad. We won.
I just hate sloppy volleyball. And like,
But we
I
win.
played so sloppy.
You didn't play that sloppy.
It's a bittersweet. Sweet, because I got away with it. She played great. Bitter because bad volleyball hurts my soul.
Oh my gosh, it's my first time here. Yeah, we're in Gstaad. I've always wanted to come to this tournament. Like, I watch it every year. I see all the pictures and videos every year, and I just think it's literally the most beautiful place ever. And I'm so grateful to be here and to be playing in this tournament this year. But yeah, it's amazing out here in Switzerland. I feel like being on the road makes you reflect a lot and like be grateful for the things that maybe you don't notice all the time. I would say like the support from my family is huge. Like, they're watching like all of my games, and it means so much to me. I would say I'm super grateful for good food, to be in a place where you're able to cook food and yeah, to just get like high quality food. And then I think there's a part of traveling that is hard, but I'm also so grateful for traveling, because in this sport it's like that's part of the job, and being a good traveler is part of the job. So I'm definitely grateful for that as well, to just be in different places, see beautiful places, and yeah, just reflecting on that, like it's awesome. I would say beach volleyball is such a unique sport in that way. Like, most people don't realize you are also kind of your own advisor, and like I think each partner has different qualities that they bring to that. Like finding the flights, booking the flights, finding hotels, setting up practices with other teams, stuff like that. I think both partners bring different strengths to the table in that aspect. But yeah, you're definitely doing that on your own. But I mean, it teaches you a lot about life and about organization. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing. I mean, volleyball is volleyball, but this is definitely a different style of volleyball than college. And I think there are some points where I definitely feel like the younger one again, almost like I feel like I'm a freshman in college, kind of. But also at the same time, it's like I've also been playing this game for a long time, and even though it's a different style, it's just a matter of like finding that and continuing to put myself in uncomfortable situations where like I may not be successful right away, because I feel like that teaches me the most and the most quickly about what I need to learn about myself. And for playing this game at the highest level, like
that's all I want, is to just continue learning and growing. So I would say I do feel like a rookie at times, but also like I'm just so eager to learn. I feel like I've always been that way. Like I want to find ways to get better and continue pushing myself. So I would say one of our goals this year was just to play as much as possible. Like we want to put ourselves in as many uncomfortable and learning experiences as possible, because we are both doing something different. Like we don't have a ton of split blocking experience, which is why I think it's even more important to just get out there and push yourself to be uncomfortable. I think there are a lot of things like game strategy wise that we've learned a lot in these past 6 months. I think one of our biggest goals is making world champs at the end of the season here. So that's obviously one that's still on our list, but like obviously we come into tournaments and we want to win tournaments. Obviously we want to be on the podium, but I think like more than that, it's learning for down the road of like the people and the players that we need to be. But yeah, I think we've learned so much together and individually, and yeah, it's been fun to grow with Julia.
We're in Gstaad, Switzerland. I mean, it's a great city for volleyball. It's a great volleyball atmosphere. They love this tournament here. And it's obviously one of the most picturesque and beautiful natural places in the world. And to have the volleyball world come to it is a really cool thing. Especially for me, just being an outdoors kind of person. The first half of the season has gone well. It's been I would say slightly better than expectations going into the year, and especially so in the beginning of the season. You know, in Mexico, that was obviously a great start for us. You know, we kind of had a few blips here and there. So Brazil wasn't the best tournament that I think we could have hoped for, and even in Ostrava, I think we left a couple things on the table that maybe we could have, you know, a match or two here and there that we could have won. And then obviously here, like 2 really close matches that we played I think pretty good volleyball and could have gotten the wins easily, but just didn't break that way. Happy with the way things have gone so far, but also not satisfied with staying where we are, you know. Obviously, we want to get on that podium again, especially on the World Tour. I think that's a big goal for us, is to make sure that Mexico tournament wasn't a fluke and wasn't a one-off. We want to make sure we're sending a message to ourselves and to everybody else that we're there for real. You know, we're here to stay. All in all, just the feeling of being able to be in a place like this. With your significant other, best friend, playing the sport you love as a profession. I'll probably sound like a broken record by the end of my career about saying this, but it's the coolest thing I could ever imagine. So, and I think like one of the bigger perks of being married to somebody who's in the tour is when I lose and she's still going, like we're still in the tournament, you know, and same thing vice versa. Like if I keep winning and she's lost and she's out, we're still in the tournament as a family. So that's like a huge positive for us and something that's great for our family and for our fans. And yeah, that's the really cool thing about it.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Me and Evan went to Banff like 2 years ago as well, Banff National Park, and I thought that was gorgeous, which it is, but I think this tops it. It's just so stunning, and I've never heard of Gstaad until this tournament and stuff, and I just don't know why, because this is seriously one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I think it is the most beautiful place, and to be able to play here is so special, and it lives up to the hype of all the players. This really is the coolest place ever. Yeah, so I've done one other time a month on the road, but 2 weeks were in Europe and 2 were AVPs, and I was with Evan the whole time. So that definitely makes a difference. This was just me and Abby, no boyfriends, no fiance, just kind of out here winging it all in Europe. So we started in Alanya, Turkey for a challenger, qualified for that, took a 9th place finish, wanted to do better there, but lost to a really good French team that ended up taking the bronze medal. And then we went and did a King of the Court, which was, I mean, second to this, probably one of the coolest events in Utrecht in the Netherlands that I've ever done. Took a 4th there, so kind of a heartbreaking finish there, but I think the morale was so high just being there. My parents were there, Abby's grandma was there, so that was so special. Straight to Stary Jablonki in Poland for another challenger. We were into the main draw, which that was our first main draw as a team together for a challenger, which is awesome. Took another 9th place, lost to the same French team that knocked us out in Turkey, who ended up taking another bronze medal. So as much as that one stung again, it felt a little bit better because they are just on fire. And then we show up here, have to play the other French team who we've also played a ton. They have the same coach. So it's definitely like, okay, we're ready to play some other teams. But we love the girl. I mean, it's great competition every time, but I don't know. This was definitely one that hurt for sure because we were up big in the first, and I think I kind of just let it slip. I inside out a couple points, and trickle ace here and a over dig there, and we lose the first, up 19-17 the second, lose the second as well, both sets 24-22, and so that was pretty devastating to not be able to keep playing here, and to have had the upper hand in the qualifier, know that we could have beaten that team and probably should have just because of like what the scores were. We were doing everything right, and I just didn't side out as well as I wanted to, and they scored a couple unfortunate points for us. So yeah, I didn't sleep much last night, but we're in a gorgeous place, so I'm trying to, my first thought was like change the flight and go home because I've been here for a month and I'm over it. I want to see Evan so bad. I want to go home, tired, but I'm so glad I moved it from Monday to Saturday, so I still have time to explore Switzerland. So I'm so happy I did that. I felt it in my gut, like I didn't want to leave as soon as I did initially right after the game. But it usually after tournaments I can kind of watch a little bit of volleyball, and right now I'm just like, I don't really want to watch because I really want to be playing here. But hopefully we'll be back next year and the years to come because this is so incredible. I think it's kind of maybe due to just being on the road for so long. We haven't had much coaching at all, any like touch up. It's just been kind of like one lift here, practice there. And I still think that we're playing at a great level. I just think, maybe having a coach here that could have reminded me like, hey, maybe move the ball around. I can't just run a straight up and down set the whole time and expect to side out against all these elite teams. And so, yeah, I mean, but I think traveling this long and doing all the competition, that's what makes you better. I think for me personally is all the competition at this is the top level. So I want to keep doing this. I think we're going to keep traveling and keep pushing for worlds. Like, I think the chances are low, but there's still a chance. So we're going to keep going for it because that's the dream. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. But at least we've seen some really freaking sick places. This 4-week stint has been like the most incredible. The tournaments have been just insane. So we got very lucky. Obviously the goal is always world champs or the Olympics, like the big goal. But I think my goals are always so big. And when I work with Alex, the sports psych, we kind of pick like smaller goals. And so I want to kind of go back to that because I haven't been talking to him. The time change has been so tough. So I want to kind of go back and fine tune some smaller goals, which would be like fine tuning my offense and my side out, moving the ball around more. That's probably the biggest thing to kind of, because it's like the goals are the same, like win tournaments on the way, but focus more on the technical stuff. I'm trying not to let this event like make me spiral because I'm so mad, and I was pretty upset after Poland as well, just losing to the same team and then the same country. Like I'm like, I can't stay away from the French, so I'm trying not to spiral with all that stuff. I just know that this sport, I'm just trying to remind myself, like, I know the sport is so up and down and everyone goes through peaks and valleys, and I just feel like I've been waiting to hit my peak for a very long time, and I have glimpses. I beat really good teams, but then it's, I lose to a team I shouldn't, or heartbreaking finish, whatever it is, don't make the league, whatever, and I'm just trying to figure out I don't know what this career path has in store. I don't. Like, I've always thought that I would, and hoped I would do big things or go to the Olympics or do this or be one of the top players, whatever. But I guess the older I get, the more I'm just like, everyone is so good, so you just don't really know. But you don't know until you try, so I'm just going to keep trying. And after we didn't make the league, I was so defeated. I honestly wanted to quit or at least take a break. And after tough losses, I feel the same way. I'm like, I need a break. But like, I've loved being on the road and doing this. This is what I want to do. I'm just waiting very patiently for my time, because I hope it's coming. I feel like I have the skills to do it. Maybe it's just the mental or whatever, but yeah.